Welcome in, everybody, for the final matchup in this Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl as the Virginia Spartans now kick off to the Georgia Force. That is number 9, J.P. Schultz, bringing it up the middle. We are experiencing some technical difficulties, so we are audio only right now. Still trying to get our camera up and running. So for right now, we're going to be audio only as the Virginia Spartans just kicked it off to the Georgia Force to get this last game of this Black Bear Brawl underway. On that kick return, Georgia Force brought it out to the 42-yard line. Georgia Force lining up split back two receivers out wide. Snap, hands it off down the middle. Good run there by number 8. Preston Laracy. Looks like ball was out. Recovered by Virginia Spartans. And they're saying it's a fumble. Fumble by the Georgia Force. Number 8, Preston Laracy, recovered by number 9, Tyrell Logan. So a good start for the Virginia Spartans on defense. Virginia Spartans going 3-5 last year, so a little bit of a down season last year, looking to come back and get back to where they were. 7-2 the year before, so looking to get back as they go shot. Bot snap, number 4. The quarterback rolls out, looking under duress, looking for a man downfield. Able to find a receiver with a connection. That was Javion Copeland finding Anaz Henderson for the, looks like it was a 9-yard gain. 9-yard gain on the play, setting up a 2nd and 2. Good job there by Copeland, rolling out and finding his wide open receiver with a string of Georgia Force defenders behind him. Virginia Spartans lining up a stack to the right. Running back offset to the left. Another twins down here. Looks like a false start right here. They don't call. Yeah, now there they go. False start. Looks like the false start was on number 1, Azurion Cruz. The senior, 5'8", 165 pounds. They're going to back it up 5. They're now going to mark it at the 36-yard line. All right, now set up in 2nd and 7. Again, to the stack to the right, 2 receivers, bottom to the left. Running back flank to the left as well. Another bad snap, is able to pull it, going to pull it down, and is going to get wrapped up. No, he's still loose. Eventually going to get wrapped up by number 3, Joshua Harper, the senior. The senior defensive end is able to take him down behind the line, setting up a 3rd down and about 12. Again, we are experiencing technical difficulties right now. We will have that camera up and running for you shortly. Virginia Spartans able to get a fumble recovery from the Georgia Force on Georgia Force's first drive of the game. Virginia Spartans able to drive down the field, but with a penalty and a fumbled snap, they're now backed up to the 34-yard line. Another bad snap. Looks like another false start on the Virginia Spartans. It is a false start. They're going to back up a number 5. Looks like that was on number 6, Sharif Muhammad, the 6'2 junior. You got visual again. All right, welcome everybody who's now, our camera is now up and running. We are again set here for the final game of the Black Bear Brawl against the Virginia Spartans and the Georgia Force. Now about to be accompanied by my color guy, All right. Another low snap. He's going to have to roll to his left. Is able to, looks like the ball hit the ground. Copeland finds Arzarian Cruz, but not able to recover the ball. Looks like it's going to be a Virginia Spartans punt. Georgia Force is going to send Wade Cumbie back deep. Or check that, that's Nolan Johnson back deep. All right, now accompanied by my color guy, Brendan Daniel. Brendan, how do you feel about this game's going so far, man?
So far from what I can catch, it's probably I'm gonna feel like it's gonna be a good game. And then Virginia doesn't have much depth to them.
Oh, and it's a fake. He's gonna take off. He's gonna go for, and it's gonna be incomplete. Deep ball, deep throw on the right side, but it's gonna be incomplete pass for the Virginia Spartans, setting up the Georgia Force with good territory, threatening inside the Virginia Spartans.
That's what I was saying. Virginia doesn't have much depth, but I feel like they are going to be good enough to where they can keep Georgia Force intact with that trick play, which is probably one of the biggest tricks play we ever seen today. I think they might have something up their sleeve.
Absolutely, they definitely have something up their sleeve. It's the first week of football. You got to have a little fun, right?
You got to play with the playbook, see what works, see what doesn't work.
Exactly. Georgia Force setting up on the Virginia Spartans 31-yard line. Randall Fanning in at quarterback. He's got trips to his left and a lone receiver down to his right. He's going to drop back. He's going to look left. He's going to go right back to the middle and overthrows his receiver, Joshua Harper, the senior, over the middle, setting up a 2nd and 10.
Joshua would be his guy, and just the quarterback wasn't able to get him right on point. If just a little less mustard on there, I think he would have been able to catch up.
Let's take a little bit more off. Again, this is our last matchup of the Black Bear Brawl in Gatlinburg. We've had a very different variety of different games today here, Brandon. We had the shootout between Tri-Cities and the Augusta Golden Eagles. We had the very good defensive game in the Pack Panthers and Freedom Cowboys as number 8 Preston Laracy goes up the left side and is able to get the first down. Looks like there might have been a penalty flag. Looks like it might be a holding call. It is. It's going to be holding on the Georgia Force offense. It's going to back him up another 10.
Yeah, as soon as you see a running back just get off like that, just off the run without much defensive penetration, usually there's a flag right behind it.
And like I was saying, Brandon, we had a very different variety of games this week or this weekend with the Pack Panthers and the Freedom Cowboys having a very tough, very defensive matchup, and then again the previous game with Arendelle and Evangel.
Yeah, and to talk back on that Freedom and Pack game, the Freedom Cowboys actually just got here, and
down for the sack. Isaiah Logan is brought down by I believe that's number 59, Bradley Peoples, the senior.
But back to what I was saying, Freedom actually just got here before their game started. So that's why Pack was just so free and willing to go, and Freedom looked a little tired and fatigued because they just got here from a long drive.
Absolutely, absolutely. Georgia Force now set up with a 3rd and long after that previous sack made by the Virginia Spartans defense. Twins up to the left, the ball, he's going to drop back, he's going to throw, he's going to set up a middle screen right there. And Preston Laracy falls down at the 47-yard line, setting him a 4th and long and possibly a punt situation.
Usually you're able to catch that ball and been able to run off, but I think he just heard some footsteps and just decided to kneel down.
Turf Monster got him.
We'll say that.
All right, we're in for another punt situation for the Georgia Force. Again, it's still a 0-0 ball game. Both defenses have come up big, but a lot of penalties here, Brendan, to set these offenses back.
Yeah, and that's something that both teams are going to have to work on, especially if you want to utilize against every moment you have. But that's just all up to coaching as well. Try to get their guys together.
Good punt there by Larry C. Is going to take a bounce back to the 21-yard line, setting up the Virginia Spartans offense at the 21-yard line.
Let's see what these kids are made of, man. I'm sure they're ready to go. They looked hype warming up, and I'm sure they're ready to play these guys and hit them in the mouth.
And Copeland had a hot start on the last drive. He was able to roll out, make a few plays, connect with a few passes. You think that's going to boost his confidence a little bit going in later into the game?
Absolutely. I mean, once you kind of get that in there, you're just ready to go. You're hype. You want to play. You want to win games, but you also got to stay poised. Don't get too excited.
And he's got two playmakers in Azarian Cruz and Arnez Henderson, two guys that he really should be looking for. He has also got his running back number 10, Isaiah Logan, who's been a big force for them as well.
When you got options like that, there's a possible chance you got a high-scoring offense.
Another penalty flag on the play. Looks like maybe possibly a legal formation. Looks like false start on the offense.
I didn't see anybody move.
Or a false start on the defense.
Wow.
Could have been an offsides.
A little encouragement, maybe.
They said it was on number 2, Jacob Diven. Copeland set up in the backfield. A company going to hand the ball off, going to fake it, pitch it right back out to the running back there, which is swallowed up by the Georgia Force defense. Number 4, Wade Cumbie, and number 11, Jonathan Tully for the stop.
Just Georgia Force defense just penetrating perfectly. It looked like the offensive line couldn't get the right blocking in action, and even though they were trying to pitch it, the defense just was able to scramble at that play.
The Virginia Spartans is now going to be set back, a loss of 2 on that play, setting up at the 33-yard line, 34-yard line, check that. Virginia Spartans setting up with trips to the right. Copeland in the backfield, accompanied by Isaiah Logan. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. He's going to drop back. He's going to look to his running back. He's going to haul deep for. No, it's going to be. Was going to be intercepted, looked like by Joshua Harper, but Arnez Henderson comes down for the deep pass, setting them up at the 41-yard line.
And that's having the quarterback's back. He underthrew it, but that wide receiver was well known, and he came back and took the ball right from the cornerback.
So good chunk, good deep pass there by Copeland. That's got to, again, boost his confidence, Brendan.
Yeah, and it's nice to know that your wide receivers will have your back on the comebacks. Even if it's a little thrown under them, they'll come back and get it and maybe even steal it from the corner themselves.
Going to go double stack, looking like a pressure up the middle. Copeland rolling to his left. He's going to pump fake. He's going to take it up the middle. He's going to hit the sideline. He's going to run over number 11, Jonathan Tully. Close to the first down, it looks like.
And don't let the size fool you. Your brother has a big heart as he goes in and trucks the secondary and can't stop him.
Looks like it's going to be a 2nd and 3 here with that great run by Jawan Copeland. And again, Brendan, you said that. He's small, but he's got a big heart. He seemed fearless on that run.
Yeah, and if he's going to play like that, especially with the fake, I love the fake. That was a wonderful play. If he's going to play like that, I guarantee this team is going to give him a run for Georgia Force's money.
Copeland again accompanying the backfield with Isaiah Logan. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand off to Logan. Logan's going to bounce outside. He's going to cut back inside and stuffed up after a gain about 2, maybe a yard or 2 down to the 33-yard line.
It looks like this whole team has heart. He could have went down at the last little minute, but he kept his feet going. He kept it under him and just kept going, bounced off his tacklers. these kids have heart. I'm going to love this game for sure. I think this is going to be a hard fighting game.
And Brendan, you're already seeing it. The battle in the trenches. How important is the battle in the trenches?
It's so important, especially offense and defense. Offense, you have to block. If in order for the play to even go in a good impact or anything, they're going to have to block and give the quarterback time, give the running back holes to run through. And defense, I mean, you already know the business. Go get that sack, go get a tackle for loss, or maybe even a fumble.
Copeland with trips to his right. Looks like they're going to back the ball up. Looks like there was a false start on the play. Backing him up to the 37-yard line. Copeland again with trips to his right. Logan now moves to his right. He's going to drop back. He's going to look to his right. He's going to take off again. He's going to hit the sideline. He's going to hit the corner. He's going to get the 25 to the 20, knocked out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Good rush there. Good scramble there by the junior, Jawan Copeland.
Young kid kind of looks like a Lamar Jackson the way he's running. Just no fear in him whatsoever. He's telling guys to block one way. Guys are blocking like they are. And, man, I'm just impressed by this little man. He has big hearts and big intentions to get that touchdown.
If his first read's not there, he's taking off, right, Brendan?
Yeah.
So first down picked up there for the Virginia Spartans. Set up shop at the 20-yard line, threatening inside the red zone, looking for the first score of the game with 2:07 left in the first quarter. That offense coming back out, going with a double stack here. Copeland accompanied again to his left with Isaiah Logan. Isaiah Logan shifts back to the right, now back to the left. There's the snap. Copeland dropping back, looking to his left. He's going to point. He's going to wave his his receiver.
11 on the coverage.
What a great catch by Arnaz Henderson, is able to get down and grab the football and bring it down. You could call that a moss, right, Brendan?
Oh, yeah, he's super moss, but as well, the confidence in this quarterback, he stayed in that pocket. He has no fear of pressure. There was about to be a little pressure on him, but he stayed in that pocket. He made that throw.
Copeland, and the last two plays, has scrambled outside the pocket, and he stayed in the pocket. So he's kind of your all-around quarterback if I were you, right?
Oh, yeah, and he's very impressive. I mean, maybe even make it to the All-Star game this year.
Arnaz Henderson is out, comes out of the game due to a helmet issue. We look to see him coming back pretty soon.
I've had that before.
They're going to go empty with Logan flanked to his left. He's going to hand it off to Logan. Logan's going to get stuffed by number 4, Wade Cumbie. Is able to drive that Virginia Spartans offense back, and Logan looks frustrated coming off the field. Looks like his helmet got popped off. He's going to have to come out for a play as well.
I think Georgia Force was just tired of all the running that this team was doing on them. They just sent the whole house, and you saw what happened.
Right? When in doubt,
Send
blitz.
the house.
Send the house. Virginia Spartans now set up for a 3rd and 5. Looks like we're going to get a timeout called by the Virginia Spartans. So the Virginia Spartans take a timeout with the Virginia Spartans offense threatening inside the 20. We welcome you back into the Rocky Top Rumble as the Virginia Spartans are taking on the Georgia Force here, as the Virginia Spartans are now threatening inside Georgia Force territory. Georgia Force on a big stop on that last play. 3rd and 5 here with Jawan Copeland in the backfield. He's going to look to his left. He's going to roll back to his right. He's going to get swept down by number 6, Joseph Stovall, the junior.
And he was being patient. He had a guy open. It's just that defense got to him before he could get that ball out.
Seems like Georgia Force is tired of him running around all over the park, right?
Your defense coordinator, you know how that is.
Oh, I hate it. Absolutely. I hate it.
As soon as you see
It's the worst thing in the world.
As soon as you see that quarterback scramble on you so many times, you're like, all right, I'm sending every linebacker in. I'm sending
We're
everybody.
sending the house, man. Looks like the Virginia Spartans are now going to go for it on 4th down. Ball on the 25. You got a double stack. Copeland with Logan flank to his left. Copeland's going to drop back. He's going to look to his left. He's going to fire left for Arnaz Henderson, who is able to make the catch. Number 11, Jonathan Tully's able to bring him down. Arnaz Henderson is down also. Looks like he's going to get up. He's able to be okay. Looks like that ball is going to be short. Yes, it's going to be a turnover on downs. The Georgia Force is now going to come on offense. Georgia Force forcing the 4 and out. Georgia Force looking back to go on offense, Brendan.
But great action by the offense. Brother was about to be pinned and tackled, but he was able to get away, use that arm rocket of his, and able to get that wide out. It's just too bad he couldn't get that first down.
Georgia Force now coming back out on offense. Their 2nd possession of the game. Fanning coming with 2 backs. Fanning going to hand off to number 4, Wade Cumbie, who's taking off around the edge to the 30, 40. We've got 1 man to beat. 50, 40, cut back.
Ooh.
Put him in on his ground.
I think that was 10 on the
Down to the 30.
10 saved the touchdown.
Number 10, Isaiah Logan is able to save the touchdown. A big play there by Wade Cumbie, Brendan.
Yeah, just the offensive line making their blocks and Comey just taking the rest of the job work. Run that ball hard and long. Looked like a Christian McCaffrey out there, just running long and hard.
At the end of 1 after that big Wade Cumbie run is still 0-0 for the Rocky Top Rumble here in Gatlinburg. Georgia Force now on offense after that big run by Wayne Cumbie. Now set up at the 29-yard line, 1st down and 10, looking to score for the first. We're still looking for the first score in the game, Brendan.
And I think this may be Georgia Force's time to score. They had a big run. The momentum's on their side.
Fanning going to hand off to number 8, Preston Laracy, who's able to bounce it outside to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, is able to score in for the touchdown. First touchdown of the game. Preston Laracy for the touchdown, Brendan.
And this is a well-coached team by Georgia Force. If you see every single person picked up their block perfectly to make that run happen, it was just right on point and made it easy for him to make that touchdown.
It took us a while, but we got there, right, Brendan?
Hey, it just takes a little time. Ain't no worries. It's still the first game.
So Georgia Force now up 6-0. Looks like they're going to set up for a field goal here. Oh, they're going to go for 2. They're going to go for 2. Looks like we have a little Zeke Elliott action going on here.
I was only about to say that.
All right, looks like
What the? Yeah,
that's an illegal formation.
You can't.
You can't do that. That's
Encroachment on the.
Encroachment on the defense is the call on the Virginia Spartans. Would have been good. Looks like they're going to move it up. Pre-snap penalty is going to blow that play dead, so Georgia Force is going to have another chance for a 2-point try, Brendan.
I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless to that. I thought it was kind of illegal formation, and then next thing you know, it was all sides. So it's just like, all right, cool. I mean, hey.
Looks like they're going to go for another shot here. Bad throw, bad snap. And it's going to be picked up by J.P. Schultz, but he's going to be chucked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. The Virginia Spartans now hold the Georgia Force at a 2-point conversion, making the score still 6-0 Georgia Force. Onside kick here for the Georgia Force, recovered by the Virginia Spartans. Joshua Harper teeing that one off. It does go to 10 yards. And number 51, White Cooper, is able to fall on top of that one. So, Brendan, talk me through that last 2-point play.
For our last 2-point play, from the looks of it, if one guy misses the pitch, then the other guy is nonchalantly picking it up and then try to walk in. At least that's how it looks. Don't judge me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Say it in the comments.
A very interesting play indeed, as the Virginia Spartans is now set up at the 45-yard line. Copeland having a good game so far, but is not able to find the end zone yet, Brendan.
Well, I'm sure he'll get there eventually. The man has the heart.
We already have a flag. Looks like illegal. Too many men on the field. It is too many men on the field. They're going to back them up 5, set them up now at the 40-yard line.
And that's more on the quarterback than anything else. You're supposed to know how many guys you have on the field. You're supposed to be counting in the huddle, counting on the play.
And now we have a timeout for the Virginia Spartans. So our score is still 6-0 Georgia Force in our Rocky Top Rumble. Welcome back to the Rocky Top Rumble as the Virginia Spartans were just backed up on a illegal substitution penalty. Now Copeland set up in the shotgun, flank to his left. Looks like a bad snap here. Was that a direct snap, Brendan? What was that?
I couldn't even tell you. Too many bodies and not enough time to see.
Looks like there might have been a man hidden under center there.
Hey, we see a weirder plays, right?
Now set up in 2nd and 13, the Virginia Spartans. Jawan Copeland again flanked to his right with Isaiah Logan. One receiver up top. Copeland going to drop back, looking to his right. He's going to get swallowed up, and the ball's out. Number 6, Joseph Stovall, forces it out, and Coleman Stovall, number 55, recovers.
Just terrible, terrible blocking by the offensive line. There's nobody there for him, and Copeland just able to get that sack and fumble.
Georgia Force now set up at the Virginia Spartans 31-yard line, looking to extend this game to a 2-score lead.
Coach has to talk to Copeland about ball security. Copeland just has that ball out wide crazy. Like, he's just got to be able to have 2 hands on that thing and just make sure it doesn't run out like that again.
And that's one of the most important things that football coaches teach, right? Ball security.
Yes, sir. Treat that thing like a loaf of bread. Hold
High
it right
and
in the
tight.
packet.
High and tight. Georgia Force now set up at the 31-yard line. Fanning in at quarterback still for the Georgia Force. Preston Laracy's accompanying him in the backfield. You got trips top to the right. Fanning. Play action is going to take a deep and number caught. Number 5, Tyler Vogler with the catch inside the 5. Looks like he's down at the 1. Big play there.
Shout out to Coach for perfect play calling, play action, throw him off. That run play's been killing him. Has the defense ready to go in and get the guy, but nope. Wide open is number 5 and just so close for that touchdown.
Great throw there by Fanning as well, finding Laracy on that deep fade route to the back corner of the end zone, or the right back corner of the 1-yard line. They didn't get the touchdown. But, Brendan, what are you thinking here? Just another just standard power play with either Cumbie or Laracy?
Oh, yeah. Just give either one of them the ball. They're going to run it in, and that's a touchdown. No problem.
Looks like both of them in the game in I formation. They're going to give the ball to Laracy's up the middle. Touchdown, Georgia Force.
That was easy work and the easy win in the trenches for Georgia Force's offensive linemen. They even pushed the defense back just to get that touchdown.
Georgia Force now up 12-0 with 10:14 left in the second quarter. All right, Brendan, are they going to actually go for 2 here, or are they going to do a little trickeration again?
Just kick the field goal.
Just kick it?
Just kick the field goal.
We got 1 vote. Spencer Thompson, Tom said, our producer, what's your vote?
Do they even have a kicker?
That's a very good question.
They were setting up like they were going to kick it first, and then they faked it.
Randall Fanning at quarterback coming with Laracy and Cumbie. Laracy up the middle, and he's going to get stopped. Stopped by Nolan Johnson. The second 2-point conversion is no good as the Georgia Force is up 12-0 on top of the Virginia Spartans with 10:14 left in this Rocky Top Rumble. Georgia Force about to kick off up 12-0, 10:14 left in the second quarter. After that Laracy touchdown right up the middle, as they're going to kick off. And the kicks look like it's going to go out of bounds. And no, it's going to be recovered by the Georgia Force number 11, Jonathan Tully.
And that's just lack of awareness on Virginia's side. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. Just stand there. Go get the ball. Don't let that thing just bounce to you or out of bounds. Just go get it.
Every special teams coach is going to say what, Brendan, on an onside kick?
Go get the ball.
And if
Fall on the ball.
And if not, go find somebody and hit them and prevent them from getting the ball, correct?
That too. Do anything.
Georgia-
Anything to stop them to getting the ball.
Georgia Force now back on offense at the 34-yard line. Fanning again still at quarterback with Cumbie and Laracy. Cumbie and Laracy have been the two bell cows today, Brendan.
And you'll expect that more in this game. They're going to keep running the ball down their throat, or they're going to pass it to them.
Officials timeout called by the head official here.
Someone didn't get the kicking tee. Yeah, someone didn't get the kicking.
Looks like someone forgot to get the kicking tee. So now we are going to be able to resume play here after that short stoppage.
A rare occurrence in football.
Fanning at quarterback with Laracy flanked to his right. One receiver at your top and bottom of your screen. He's going to fake it to Laracy. He's going to take it up to the middle on the right side. He's going to go down. He's going to be short of the first down. Tackled by number 1, Azurian Cruz. Fanning just short of the first down there.
Laracy was just able to find his blockers and run the ball perfectly fine. But perfect hit. I mean, whew, I ain't seen somebody hit like that in a while.
Good tackle there by Azurian Cruz. The senior.
That explains it. That's a grown man tackle right there.
He's had a little bit of experience, such thing.
Yeah, plenty.
A little bit of game time.
He's ready for prime time, coach.
Georgia Force now facing a 2nd and 1 with Fanning at quarterback again with Cumbie and Laracy in the backfield. 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Looks like Virginia Spartans is coming on a blitz here. Fanning may have to get this ball out quick. He's going to hand it off to Cumbie. Cumbie up the middle. He's going to bounce back outside. He's going to break it outside. He's going to cut back inside to the 10, 5. He's going to be out at the 2-yard line. Hard hit by Jawan Copeland, the quarterback, also DB, playing for the Junior Spartans. Cumbie down at the 2-yard line. Great run there by the senior.
And just when the defense think they had him caught, nope. Everybody picked up their blocks there, and he cut back, ran a good route, and was able to get that first down plus some. And now he's on the 2, ready to score again.
Be careful. 4 on red was standing over 4 on blue, so it might start getting chippy.
We have 2 choices here. We have Cumbie or we have Laracy. Which one are we going to?
Give Cumbie the ball. That boy's been running hard today.
Fanning at quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Cumbie. Cumbie's going to cut back. Touchdown, Georgia Force. Easy pickings there for the senior Cumbie. Brendan.
And there's that little spark. I feel like number 4 on both sides, they're starting to get a little heated. He just gave him the ball and then just started walking away and waved at him. It's going to be a little rough game, like I said.
Georgia Force up 18-0 as of right now with 8:29 left in the second quarter. This game started kind of back and forth. Two drives for both offenses. 2 3-and-outs.
Personal foul, Georgia Force.
As the ref just calls a personal foul on the Georgia Force, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Georgia Force.
Yeah, because number 4 was standing. Virginia was standing over number 4 over Georgia Force. So Georgia Force made him pay for it, and he's like, "Hey, here's the ball."
I think they're talking about if it's enforced on the kickoff or the try.
Refs talking it over with the Virginia Spartans head coach, seeing if he wants to accept it on the extra point try or the kickoff. Looks like they're going to take it on the kickoff. Joshua Harper, the senior, for the extra point try.
They do have the PAT.
They're going to shift over to the right. Snap, place, kick is up, and kick is good. So 19-0 Georgia Force with 8:29 left in the ball game. Virginia Spartans about to go back on offense. Georgia Force teeing it off again after the third straight touchdown on 3 straight drives here after going 2 straight drives, 3 and out. Joshua Harper tees it off. Squib kick is going to be recovered by number 65. Trying to look at the roster here, number 65. Luke Caperlins, this sophomore, 6 foot, is able to recover that squib kick.
And this time they actually ran to the ball and someone actually blocked somebody. I'm so proud. They're learning.
43-yard line for the start of the drive.
Virginia Spartans offense is going to start off at the 43-yard line. Juwan Copeland has had a decent game as the last 2 drives. He struggled a little bit, Brendan. Let's see if we can try to pick it up.
I mean, he has the confidence. I hope it's not be out of him. He can keep going. It's just this Georgia Force defense. They have their number, and they figured him out. So now they're going to have to figure out a different way.
And he's proven on those 2 drives that he has weapons in Henderson and Logan.
It's just they're losing in the trenches, man. That's the number one concern. If you lose in the trenches, you're going to lose the game.
Copeland in the shotgun. Logan flanked to his left. Looks like a botched snap. Looks like Copeland might have been able to get back on it.
Such awareness by Copeland. He saw the missed snap, and he ran real quick to go get that ball. Now he's talking up his center, telling him, get your head in the game. We got plenty of game to play. You got to get yourself together.
Looks like that's the second time that's happened. Is the center just not able to get the ball back to the quarterback, or what's going on?
I think the center is just shot. I think he's lost his confidence in snapping and trying to block real quick. I think this defense just beat him very bad to the point where he can't do it anymore.
I mean, when you're facing Caleb Armbruster,
It's tough.
that's tough.
That's tough.
Caleb Armbruster, a fine nose guard for the Georgia Force. Junior has a lot of experience with this Georgia Force team. Copeland in the shotgun, high snap again. He's going to look to his left, roll back to his right. He's going to wave off his receiver. 20, overthrows number 20.
He had him.
Javion Williams.
He had him, though, if he just had a little drop in and able just a little touch pass, but just too much mustard. He also could have ran it.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit of open grass.
Yep, but he wants to get his guys involved. He wants to get them the confidence, and that's what you need to do for your wide receivers, even if they drop some passes or whatnot.
So it's 3rd and 13 here. You're thinking 7:50 left in the half. You have to get a big play. You're down by 3 scores. You have to get a big play. So it's kind of now or never right now for the Virginia Spartans right now if they want to at least be comfortable going into halftime.
And if I'm the Spartans, I'm going to find something deep in my playbook and maybe pull out a trick play, see if I can get something crazy going on to get my team up.
Copeland, shotgun again, a high snap, rolls to the left. He's going to take off. He's going to cut back outside. He's pursued. He's going to get a first down.
6 on the first contact, 7 on the finish.
Hammered out of bounds by Joseph Stovall and J.P. Schultz.
Flex on me on Copeland. He's out there just doing the work himself, getting that first down, running hard, going pad to pad to this defense. He is never scared.
And like you said earlier, little dude, big heart, right?
Big heart, yes, humongous heart after that. He's definitely going to put the team on his back and take it all.
And those are the type of players that coaches love to coach, right? That's the guys that come to work every single day in, day out, put a bunch of effort in, and ultimately produce for their team, right? They don't have to be the most athletic. They don't have to be the most football IQ smart. They just come in and put effort.
And that'll put a spark in your team, too. Once they see you work hard, your quarterback especially, they're going to pick it up.
Copeland in the shotgun again. Low snap this time. He's going to be picked up by his running back, who's going to cut back down to the 30. He's going to be down at the 29-yard line, picked up by Zurian Cruz, the senior, is able to pick up a solid gain of about 3.
And that's what I was talking about. The running back saw low pick. He knew his work, so he said, give me the ball. I got you, brother.
Virginia Spartans now finally feeling something on offense after that big Juwan Copeland scramble. So you're now still working with 7:09 left in the half. So you're looking for a score here. You going to Cruz, Henderson, or Muhammad? Both of those guys have made pretty big plays today already.
Give it to Cruz. I feel like he's not giving enough love, so why not give him some love? Maybe even go a little sweep route if you could. I mean, I don't know their playbook, but maybe they might have a sweep in there.
Juwan Copeland, the shotgun flanked by Azurian Cruz. He's got another high snap. He's going to run back for the ball. He's going to roll back to his left, roll back to his right, and Company is going to get there to bring him down back at the 42-yard line. Big loss there for the Virginia Spartans offense.
And I think Copeland was expecting his offense to hit that blocker out of the way completely instead of putting him towards him. Instead, he just blocked it towards him and got that sack.
And Cumbie not only being a force on offense, but also being a force on defense as well.
Yeah, he's doing it great on both sides. He's just able to penetrate that offensive line and get to that quarterback. I believe he's the reason for that fumble last time, too.
And now we're going to get a timeout last of the half for the Virginia Spartans. With 6:22 to go, it's Georgia Force 19, Virginia Spartans nothing. Welcome back to the Rocky Top Rumble as the Virginia Spartans are now settled back way deep, about a third and a quarter of the field here. Juwan Copeland going to step back. He's going to be brought down by Cumbie again. By Cumbie and Joseph Stovall, two guys who have been very big differences on defense as of today.
And Copeland is complaining right now to the ref about Cumbie. Apparently, he's doing something that he doesn't like. I guess we'll just keep an eye and see. If
and on that last Georgia Force touchdown, I got a little chippy, didn't it?
It's getting real chippy out here. Kind of a little worried right now.
Two very proud programs, very proud of their teams, very proud. Looks like we're going to have another 4th and long. Looks like they're going to try to punt it away. I mean, I would punt it away. It's a quarter of the field, right, Brendan?
Yeah, you got no choice at this rate. If you go for it, you get crazy cat.
Still trying to get their last guy on the field as the last guy trots out. Looks like a timeout. It's going to be a false start on the offense again, which is going to back them up. Again, potentially setting the Georgia Force with very good field position with 5:29 left in the first half.
Coach has got to get these guys together. I think everything that's going on right now for Virginia is not going their way, and they are losing it minute by minute.
Isaiah Logan back to punt for the Virginia Spartans. Cumbie back to receive. Logan, good punt. Cumbie goes and finds it. He's going to chase after it. Picks it up at the 25. He's going to hit the left sideline. He's going to cut back over to the, going to cut back. He's going to get dragged down. No, he's going to keep going. Dragged down at the 44-yard line. So good, decent return of about 14 for Luke Cumbie. As it's still chippy with Copeland and Cumbie. Looks like it might have been a horse collar there on the Spartans.
Yeah, I saw the guy yank his jersey and maybe even get a little bit of his pad there. It's just Virginia defense trying to get revenge on Cumbie. I'm really
and guess who it was? Copeland.
Oh, yep.
Got a little 4-on-4 action going.
Yep, everybody. They've been chipping at each other ever since the last touchdown. As a coach, Liza, what do you do when your players are that heated and go into the game?
You just take them off to the side. You maybe call a timeout. If you have enough time, call a timeout. Just tell them to calm down. There's a bunch of football ahead of you. You have another half. Right now, there's 5:11 in the half. You're down by 3 scores. There's still a lot of football left to be played. So usually I just tell my guys, settle down. You're fine. Play the next play. Play the next down. Don't worry about the previous plays. Don't worry about the past 24 minutes. You have another 24 minutes ahead of you. Keep your eyes on the prize, and let's finish this ball game. Fanning in the shotgun, accompanied by Laracy flanked to his left. 2 receivers at the top and bottom of your screen. Fanning's going to drop back. He's going to step up. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to jump up and find number 9. J.P. Schultz. Looks like either a holding call here. It's going to come back either way.
When's the last time you see a jump pass actually work like that? Tim Tebow?
Caleb Williams today. Bears preseason guy.
All right, I'm out.
Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Holding penalty on the offense is going to back him up. Still some the Virginia Spartans coaches on the field not happy about something.
A lot of bickering going back and forth. Seems from the coach's side too, not just the players.
Yeah, it looks like both coaching staffs are communicating to each other on the field right now. So it's getting chippy both on the player side and the coach's side.
I fear for that, man. We all knows what happens when it gets too chippy. Hopefully it doesn't really become a Black Bear Brawl out here.
Yeah, we wouldn't want that to happen. Again, it's just a game. No need for any sort of this. It's been a great weekend. Both teams are both playing their best right now. We're still hoping for a very nice, clean game.
This is a teaching lesson. This isn't a real game. So, I mean, I'm sure coaches said, hey, this.
So instead of a holding call, it's actually going to be a personal foul call on the Georgia Force, which is going to knock them back. We're still waiting for them to spot the ball. So they're going to knock them back another 15 yards, so potentially setting them up at the 15-yard line. And that's exactly where they're going to set them up at, the 15-yard line.
Nice breathing room for Virginia. Maybe able to get their defense even together. Hopefully pull something out here.
And, yeah, you have enough time. You have just under 5 minutes. Georgia Force now set up at their own 15-yard line.
They're not unstoppable. You just got to learn how to stop them.
You got to learn how to stop them. Potential for a turnover here, maybe a little mistake by the Georgia Force, which puts the Virginia Spartans right back in the game.
And hey, you can even say Virginia, we've been in this position, so we know what to do. Just steal right out of Georgia Force plays book, and it's in the house.
Absolutely, absolutely.
This is quite literally first and a quarter of the field, first and 25.
Georgia Force breaks the huddle as they are facing a 1st and 25. Looks like they're going to think about it one more time as they huddle.
Looks like coach is talking to the ref to make sure everything's all right.
Yeah, the head coach for Georgia Force is talking to the refs about something.
Looks like he was trying to clarify what that personal foul was and make sure get his team together.
So now the Georgia Force are now facing a 1st and 25. Fanning in the shotgun. Cumbie flanked to his right. Two receivers at the top and the bottom of the screen. Looks like the Virginia Spartans jump off sides, which means the Georgia Force is going to get a little bit of that yardage back that they lost in the previous penalty.
And that's one thing you don't want on the Virginia Spartans. Do not give them those yards back regardless. And now that's a mistake. You're giving them just a tad bit more yards back.
Georgia Force still has all 3 of their timeouts, so they're in no rush at all right now. Fanning in the shotgun. Laracy flanked to his right, now his left.
It's now your clock. Do what you want.
Fanning hands it off to Laracy. Laracy up the middle, and he's going to get dragged down to about the 23-yard line. Brought down by a host of Virginia Spartan defenders.
good run, but also great penetration by defense. They got quite a few yards, but not enough for a comfortable second down.
It looks like a Virginia Spartan is down right now as he hops back up. Looks like he might have just been facing a cramp right there. That's number 5, Henderson.
They need him on both sides.
It's 2nd and 16 now. They got a decent amount of yardage back on there. It's not too bad, at least offensively.
2nd and 16, Fanning flanked by Cumbie. Check that, Laracy to his left. 2 receivers at the top and bottom of your screen. Fanning drops back, looks to his left. He's going to haul it deep and incomplete. Intended for number 3, Joshua Harper. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of action going on down here.
Both sides, somebody needs to step up as a captain and tell their teams, hey, calm it down. This is just week 0. This isn't even a real game. We don't need to take this that serious to the point where it needs to be a brawl.
These count for the regular season stuff. Yeah. It's not like the All-American games in December. These count for like last year we had that Georgia Force and I think Ferris, they were in division.
Correction. This is a real game. Do what you need.
Georgia Force now facing a 3rd and 16. Fanning in the shotgun, flanked by Laracy once again. Fanning going to drop back, play action. He's now going to throw back to Laracy. Laracy on the screen is going to cut back up to the middle. He's going to be dragged down to about the 32-yard line, setting up a 4th and 8, potentially a 4th and 8. Check that, instead of Laracy is Sutton Mallory on the catch, the 10th grader. Check that, that was actually Laracy on the middle screen there, setting up a 4th and 8.
Good screen call, just enough so that you're not too far back in your own yard and able to punt and get them back in their own, maybe 25 or more.
Clock is still running with a minute 54. With the clock still running, a minute 53 still running. Georgia Force going to punt. Virginia Spartans, I believe, only has 1 timeout left. Going to take his time. He's going to boom it away. He's going to let it roll. Pick it up at the 35. He's going to get dragged down at the 34 by Cumbie and Laracy. As Henderson, that was Henderson who got dragged down. So the minute 37, Brendan. What we got?
You're gonna have to rely on your quarterback, Copeland. He's been doing most of the work, putting the team on his back, but hopefully he can get some help from his offensive line and get enough blocks where he can get the ball off. Get it to most of his weapons that he has. That's been the main issue that he's had today.
This Georgia Force defense kind of started out slow. The Virginia Spartans were kind of moving down the field. Went 3 and out closer to the red zone. Then the Georgia Force offense kind of picked it up again. And as you can see, this Virginia Spartans roster is not that large. So they're playing, a lot of guys are playing both sides. It's very important to be in very good physical condition for games like this.
I feel the fatigue is probably coming in on both sides as well. It's just rough playing those many minutes against these games, barely getting any breaks. Sure, you're getting timeouts, but it's not enough for you to catch a breather.
Copeland directing traffic. Number 9, Tyrell Logan's going to come in. Ty, he's got 2 receivers up top wide to his screen. Logan flanked to his left. Copeland in the shotgun. He's going to look back. He's going to roll back to his right. He's going to chuck it over to caught. Number 7, Darian Perkins with the catch. Number 47 to the 47-yard line.
Copeland doing his magic and that beautiful sidearm getting it to the wideout, and wideout's able to catch it and do the rest of the work. I hope this gets that momentum going for him.
Clock is now running with a minute 21 and counting.
Gotta hurry up. Ain't got much time to talk.
Virginia Spartans taking their time, still down by 3 scores with almost just a little bit over a minute with no timeouts. They got to get a score here.
Let's go. Pick up the pace. Use a quarterback. You've been in your team all this time.
There's a lot of confusion in that Virginia Spartans huddle. Still taking their time with just now under a minute. Copeland, load, snap, rolling to his left. He's going to scramble to his left. He's going to look deep. He's going to chuck it for Henderson. who taps his toes out of bounds at the 38, so the clock stops with 46.9 seconds left in the half. Good play there by Copeland to the connection with Henderson.
Smart play by Henderson, able to catch that ball and just quickly get out of bounds as soon as you get your feet in.
Virginia Spartans now can take their time. Clock's not running with that out-of-bounds catch. So Copeland's going to come down, talk to his coach, try to figure out where they're going to come up with here. Georgia Force still trying to pitch that shutout for the first half.
Maybe you keep doing what you were doing earlier. Just get the wideouts in the corners, throw that pass, and get straight out of bounds. Get you your yards. Slow and steady wins the race, boys.
Still a lot of confusion with the Virginia Spartans trying to get lined up.
Yeah, it's a lot of confusion. Even the wideouts are sitting out there with their hands out like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Copeland in the shotgun, flanked by Logan to his right. Another floaty snap. Copeland going to step up. He's going to take off. He's going to get dragged down. Dropped down by 58, Nathan Wilson, the junior.
Just that defense able to penetrate in the offensive line, winning in the trenches, man.
Clock's still going, and they're taking their sweet time. 27 seconds and counting. Second down, you got to spike the ball.
It looks like they might just be getting ready for a play. This is bad. This is bad calling right here. You got to spike the ball. Forget trying to start a play.
Copeland, low snap. Looks like he's going to take off. He's going to try to get to the sideline. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to be able to get out of bounds with 7.3 seconds left. Looked like it might have been an offsides. Defense looked like they jumped a little bit early on that one.
Well, the offense wasn't particularly ready either. A few guys were the wide receivers to make sure with the wide receiver refs that they were lined up correctly. Before they even know it, it's a hike.
So you potentially have 1 to 2 more plays left. Who are you going to? I got to assume you're going to Henderson right here.
Yeah, he's been the main guy helping them out so far. I'd say call Henderson's number.
At least they got something on there, but unless you get a defensive penalty, you have to throw it to the end zone.
7.3 seconds left in the first half. Copeland on that scramble. Now a 3rd and 1 with 7 seconds left. They got at least 1 to 2 more plays to try to score to close out the first half. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to chuck it deep. He's going to throw it incomplete towards number 9, Tyrell Logan, with 1.5 seconds left in the first half. Virginia Spartans got one more chance. Looks like we also have a flag on the field.
It's on Virginia. Still 3rd down, I think.
Looks like the flag may be on the offense. Looks like it could have been it is a holding call by the Virginia Spartans offense, which sets them back to the 38-yard line. So now you really got to just chuck it to the end zone.
And they had that momentum going just a tad bit for them, but then now they lost it with that confusion on the play. I think the wideout wasn't for sure about his route, as we saw there, and quarterback number 10 got into him, let him know, hey, you were supposed to go this route, and you went this way.
New quarterback in. Looks like the Logan brothers are both in the backfield. Copeland down, split out to the bottom of your screen. Logan going to drop back, roll to his right. As time expires, he's going to chuck it deep. And as it is intercepted by number 9, J.P. Schultz, who heads down the sideline, knocked down by number 10, Logan. As the first half is concluded with the interception made by Schultz. Still 19-0 Georgia Force at the end of the second quarter. Welcome back to the Rocky Top Rumble. The Virginia Spartans taking on the Georgia Force. Georgia Force leading 19-0 against the Virginia Spartans. Georgia Force getting ready to tee it off. Copeland going to cut up the middle. He's going to find a crease there, brought down by number 14 and 66. Joel Goodman and Jonathan Tully. No, check that, number 14, Eli Dill. The Virginia Spartans started to get a little bit cooking on that last possession in the second quarter. Jawan Copeland able to find a few creases there, able to get a scramble, but not great clock management there by the Virginia Spartans to end out the first half.
No, and that's going to be a lesson learned there from hopefully from the coaches. He's able to hopefully he can keep all his timeouts this time and know when to use them, and hopefully he won't use them all in the beginning quarter.
And the most fascinating part about all of this is we found out through one of the other coaches from the other teams, Jawan Copeland's not even their starting quarterback. He's their starting running back.
And that's amazing because this kid has been great as a quarterback, honestly. But I would hate to see the actual quarterback if that's what Copeland's doing.
Looks like we got another new quarterback in, A.J. Wheeler, who fumbles the ball. Check that. That was Isaiah Logan who's able to fall back onto the ball.
It looks like the quarterback was a little bit nervous there as he was trying to get the ball off. He just kind of tossed it. He didn't really give it to the running back instead.
So the Virginia Spartans now backed up, a 3-yard loss on that botched snap. Georgia Force coming out, 2 straight drives, 2 3-and-outs, and then after that it's touchdown, 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 touchdown by Larcy and Cumbie. Those two are having a great night, Brendan.
And I'm sure they'll continue to do so on both sides, defense and offensively. They've been putting in the work, and I'm not going to say it, but, he has that MVP caliber offense. That's all I'm going to say.
Looks like he was down. Copeland threw it out to Arnaz Henderson. Looked like his knee was down as he caught the ball. Check that's number 1, Arzarian Cruz, who caught the ball. Said he was down. So now it is 3rd and 15.
And he was trying to say his knee wasn't completely down. Just a little bit, but just not enough to get down. But the refs are going to say different.
Just scrape the turf just a little bit. Get those black pellets up. Just scrape it up just a little bit.
Hey, man, sometimes it's better just catch the ball and keep it moving.
Virginia Spartans now set back at a 3rd and 15. Georgia Force has been really aggressive on defense, bringing 2 or 3 linebackers up to the line of scrimmage. That Georgia Force defensive line has also been very ferocious tonight.
They just got tired of Copeland running on them all game and everybody else too.
Another bad snap. Copeland is able to recover it. Looks like another loss of 2 for the Virginia Spartans. Looks like there's a battle for the ball between Copeland and number 58, Nathan Wilson.
And this is about to be the biggest problem for the Virginia, obviously, in the second half is the missed snaps. They're going to have to get it together in order to get back into this game, or else it's going to continue to be a problem, and they're not going to be able to get this offense going.
The Virginia Spartans coach is on the field talking to his team or the referees about something.
He needs to talk to his team. Don't talk to the refs. Talk to the team. Get your offense settled.
Looks like he's talking to the referees, not agreeing with whatever the call is.
Down miscounted maybe, or clockwise.
Looks like there might have been an issue with the clock.
Talking to some parent and probably said something. The official, I guess no more music. Maybe because it was going up to the play or whatever.
Now that we've got that resolved, it is now a 4th down and long. Looks like we're going to have another Virginia Spartans punt set up here, as looks like there's going to be a timeout taken by the Georgia Force. Check that, Virginia Spartans took that timeout. Welcome back as the Virginia Spartans are now set to punt this away back to the Georgia Force. Couple botch snaps there by the Virginia Spartans offense as Isaiah Logan set back to punt. He's going to roll out. Looks like it's a fake. He's going to roll out. It's going to be tipped and picked by Sutton Mallory, who is brought down to the 50.
That was intended for Copeland.
Intended for Juwan Copeland. With 2 players down, 1 on each team. Looks like number 9, J.P. Schultz, is banged up, along with a Virginia Spartan is down also on the play. Can't really see the number. Looks like Schultz has got a double cramp going on, double situation going on here. I can't tell who the Virginia Spartan is down right here. But again, going back to the fake, Brendan, what was your take on that? Good decision, bad decision, just depending on pertaining to the field position they were at.
It's a good decision. I mean, you're pulling out anything you can to get this offense going. It's just my favorite little drill when it comes to secondary. It's that tip drill. It gets them every time, man.
And that's 21 Sidney Harrison, who was shaken up. Looks like he's going to get help walking off the field. As Schultz is also walking off the field. Looks like he was just dealing with a little cramp issue right there. So the Georgia Force is going to set up shop at the 50-yard line. Owen Harrison is back down again as well. All right, so as the Virginia Spartans as the medical and training staff is dealing with their injured player, we are going to step aside for a timeout. Virginia Spartans now setting up shop on offense with Fanning in the backfield, set up at the 50-yard line. Fanning going to drop back, look back to his right. He's going to roll to his right. He's got a wide open receiver.
That is, looks like 1.
Touchdown, number 1, Nolan Johnson. Check that. That is Wade Cumbie on the touchdown reception. Deep pass, great pass, wide open. Just a breakdown on the defense for the Virginia Spartans.
And just Cumbie is able to do it all. He can run, he can catch, he can play defense. Man, this kid's very impressive, and I would expect to see him in college maybe if this later on.
MVP, baby.
Brother, don't call it too early yet.
Great pass and throw there by Fanning to Cumbie. That connection has been really good all night. Oh, we're going back to this little trick formation here for the 2-point conversion. Oh, they're going to settle back in for the field goal. Joshua Harper again set back to kick.
I say it's just easier to just take your points. Don't do nothing tricky.
Tyson to hold.
You got the game, just kick the ball. And
Harper to kick, Tyson to hold. Snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is no good, too low. So the score will remain 25-0. Georgia Force still on top in this third quarter of the Rocky Top Rumble. Georgia Force once again kicking it off. Joshua Harper teeing it off for the Georgia Force. And Georgia Force made that look easy. Just a two-play drive there for Fanning, from the connection from Fanning to Laracy. Check that, Cumbie on the deep touchdown pass there, Brendan.
It is a perfect play. Just the quarterback and Cumbie just in perfect sync, and you love to see it for this Georgia Force offense.
Kick's going to roll out, and it's going to be picked up at the 18. Returner goes back. He's going to cut back against the grain. 30, going to jump out at the 33-yard line. That was Arnez Henderson with the good return. Way to make something out of nothing there, as the Virginia Spartans now come back on offense with Copeland and company.
And hopefully this Virginia can get their offense going. They've been a little stagnant here lately. They need something for this offense to get going, something electrifying. It's going to have to be more than just Copeland. Somebody else is going to have to step up.
Down by 4 scores with just a little bit under 9 minutes here left in the third quarter. Copeland, again, first start at quarterback this year. Is usually their starting running back, the junior is. So he's shown some flashes. He's, like we said a couple times, he's a small guy with a big heart. So let's see if he's able to launch a comeback here against. But that Georgia Force defense has been very nasty in the way they've been after get out of the quarterback and get after Copeland. Even Isaiah Logan and Tyson Logan have gotten reps at quarterback, and they haven't been able to get anything going with the minimal snaps they have. It's been Cumbie, Laracy, Schultz, Armbruster, and Nathan Wilson, who has been after the quarterback time and time again.
And from the offensive line standpoint, you got to do better in protecting your quarterback, because he's taking a lot of hits and he can't protect himself because he's brave enough to take them.
Going to go jet pass. Looks like he's going to try to bounce it outside. Good contain there by number 0 for Georgia Force. Looks like a block in the back. It's number 14. Eli Dill is forcing the runner out of bounds as Randall Fanning. Check that, Sutton Mallory looked like he had gotten a block in the back. As the Georgia Force check that. Virginia Spartans are probably going to be set back again for that block in the back penalty.
Meanwhile, on that play, it's just the defense was able to clog every hole he was trying to find, but he couldn't do it, so they just got him down with no problems.
Virginia Spartans, once again, started out pretty hot on offense. Were able to drive down to the 25 both drives, but stalled out, had a turnover, had a fumble snap, and then Georgia Force again just 3-4 straight drives of just straight Cumbie, Fanning, and Laracy. Nothing in between, and then to cap off the first half, Copeland throws an interception to Sutton Mallory to cap it off. Kind of the theme that we've been seeing throughout this game of Copeland having to try to do everything by himself. He's gotten some help from Arnez Henderson and Arzarian Cruz and Isaiah Logan, but still not enough. The offensive line is not helping him enough, keeping him safe in the pocket. He's able to get out, but that's all he's been able to do. He can't find any downfield receivers because he doesn't have enough time.
And these missed snaps are killing him too. He's either have to pick up the ball or have to literally grab it on the side or have to jump up and get it. That center's going to have to get it under control if this offense is going to get going. He's able to get the help that he needs and make the throw.
Copeland accompanied by 2 backs in the backfield. 1 receiver top of your screen as running back motions out. He's going to look that way. He's going to be sacked and brought down by Cumbie once again. Cumbie having a very massive game on both sides of the ball.
What would you say? This is like his 5th sack in the game?
Has to be.
I
At
mean,
least 5th?
Yeah.
6th?
5th sack. He has 3 or 4 touchdowns already. This boy's real good. And Copeland's going to need more help on his offensive line and everybody eventually to block.
Like we saw Preston Holmes with Tri-Cities kind of have a similar game to this on the offensive side of the ball with 5 touchdowns, not 5 touchdowns, close to that, 4 or 5 touchdowns, over 200 rushing yards, and Cumbie doing it now on the defensive side. Kind of the same type of players on both sides of the ball. So really good to see as Copeland is coming in. He's going to throw it deep to 20. Who's going to catch it? Looks like there's going to be a flag on the far side. That was thrown and completed to Javion Williams, the junior.
And again, perfect play calling, just the flags. They're killing them. They got to get that figured out. That's all on the coach. If he can't get their team together, it's going to be issues.
Looks like it's another flag on the Spartans based off a few of their players. And again, the Virginia Spartans have made plays that spin themselves, have shot themselves in the foot. The mental errors, the emotional mistakes that they've had with a few chippy there and there with the personal foul and unnecessary roughness on a few of those plays. Georgia Force has also gotten kind of a little bit chippy, but Georgia Force has been able to execute on the Virginia Spartans turnovers as the Virginia Spartans has not.
And that may be due to depth as well for Virginia. They might just not have enough guys to where they can get everybody the rest and be able to get guys fresh and ready to go to play. Whereas Georgia Force, as you see, they're loaded and they're ready to go.
It is now a second and a mile as Copeland is in the shotgun high snap. He's going to be able to roll to the back of the end zone. He's going to try to cut up. He's going to cut inside to the 20. He's going to get dragged down to the 19 by number 9, J.P. Schultz. As Copeland is able to get a gain of about 15 on the play, setting up a third and still very long.
He's at least able to breathe on this one. And maybe now you don't have to worry about safety and try to get the ball away quick. Now's the time to get your offense together and maybe throw a deep play right here.
I mean, what do you have to lose, right?
Yes.
It's 25-0. It's 6 minutes left. You haven't been able to get anything on offense. You need a spark. You need a big play. Who's your go-to guy here?
Anybody at this rate. You're just pulling out anybody that you can who's willing to make that play, who's ready to put their bodies on the line and make a dive catch or make that certain block in order for Copeland to either go out or somebody to make a move.
Setting up here, third and long. We got the second quarterback, Isaiah Logan, is in at quarterback. He is set in the shotgun, empty. As a timeout is going to be called by the Virginia Spartans.
Delay of game.
Oh, check that. Delay of game on the Virginia Spartans as they are set back again on another mental error, Brendan.
And it looks like I see a player out here counting, so it's like, hey, get your team together, coach. This is really on the coach at this rate. There's too many penalties, and there's too many false starts. There's too many delayed games. Get your team together, call a timeout, and figure out what's the problem.
As Isaiah Logan is again in the backfield. As they're having a discussion in the backfield, I don't know if they know what the play is. Looks like there's a lot of miscommunication as Logan gets the snap, another high snap. He's going to step up. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to throw it, and looks like a miscommunication between him and his brother, Tyrell Logan. Just a little bit of miscommunication thrown way behind his brother.
I really think the pressure's just getting to him, and he's just trying to get the ball out as fast as he can. But he doesn't need to play that way. He needs to let his wide receivers do their jobs and set their routes and able to get where they need to go. If you're just rushing them and then get mad at them, they're going to feel some type of way eventually.
4:35 left in the third quarter as the Virginia Spartans are set to punt it away back to the Georgia Force as Cumbie is awaiting the punt return.
This is dangerous right here. Hopefully you can get a good punt
Kicks
here.
off. Cumbie catches at the 40. He's going to cut out to the outside to the 35-30, 25-20, to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Georgia Force. 35-yard return for the senior Wade Cumbie.
And that was way too close for even comfort to punt that ball like that. And that just gave Cumbie he saw the yellow grass here, and he just made that touchdown.
Now up 31-0. The Georgia Force seem to have this one pretty well in hand. The Virginia Spartans still probably going to fight. That's kind of what you want your team to do at this point. Fight to the last minute of the last quarter. That's usually what I tell my guys to do. Keep giving that effort every single time. Even though if you're down by a large margin, you want to see the effort and get an opportunity to see the young guys coming into the game as well, who may shock you, may get some reps in and have a good positive impact on your team.
It's just the third quarter. Magic can happen in a few minutes if you're able to get it going.
Harper back, Tyson. Oh, they're going to false start on that. Tyson with the hold. Dead ball foul encroachment on the Virginia Spartans, so they're going to retry the kick here. Again, Harper going to try to kick this right through. Tyson with the hold. Snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is good. So now it is 32-0 Georgia Force on top of this Black Bear Brawl weekend. The Rocky Top Tumble is nearing its end. And we are set back with the Georgia Force teeing the kickoff again. Georgia Force on top, 32-0, as the Virginia Spartans are now set to receive the ball. As Copeland is trying to find a block, he's going to hit the 30. He's going to pop out to the 40, to the 50, to the 45, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Virginia Spartans.
And there it is. That's exactly what they need. And, of course, who is it? Copeland making the play. Hopefully they can keep this momentum going defensive-wise because they're going to need it.
Copeland set about a 55-yard return on that with no flags. He just hit the sideline, and he was gone. The Virginia Spartans set to go for 2 here, as they will deny the mercy rule being activated today.
Which is a good look, so I'd rather keep it going than have the mercy rule because, boy, it's a shame to have the mercy rule on you, especially on the team. You got to go back to the locker room and just be like, oh.
Virginia Spartans getting set up for the 2-point conversion. New quarterback in the game, that is number 8. Outside sweep, he's going to get dropped down at the 8-yard line. That was number 8, A.J. Wheeler, the freshman. So the Virginia Spartans, Juwan Copeland kickoff return for a touchdown. Georgia Force still lead at 32-6 at this Black Bear Brawl weekend. The Virginia Spartans kicking off after capitalizing on that kick return by Juwan Copeland. The Virginia Spartans set to tee it off as the Georgia Force still lead at 32-6 in this third quarter. Looks like there's something going on here. They have 10 guys on the field. I don't know if they have enough guys to go out there.
I think either Virginia or Georgia Forest called the timeout.
Looks like there's a lot of frustration on the Virginia Spartans.
Virginia called it. I'm gonna say Virginia called it. First was frustration. Talk about the rest of the games for today. Just stories. Favorite moment of the Blackberry Brawl. I don't know. Something.
So the morning was started by the Tri-Cities game against the Augusta Eagles. They get the victory 72-40. What was your biggest takeaway from that game?
Man, just Tri-Cities out there looking very impressive, honestly. Run game and everything else, and their defense. I mean, they're putting in that work, and I'd love to see them later on in the season if we're able to watch them.
The Tri-Cities Golden Eagles out of the SEAC Conference go to South Carolina next week for their matchup next Friday. Our second game, the Pack Panthers against the Freedom Cowboys. The SEAC champions get taken down by the Pack Panthers once again.
And Pack Panthers, man, it was just all offense and more defense, honestly. They ran down the Freedom mouth, and then they shut them out, too, with the defense. They ain't shut them out, but they shut them up. And it sounds like they're wanting to evangel later on in Florida.
Going to tee it off. Onside kick's going to go. The 10 is going to fall right through the line. It's going to be picked up by number 3, Joshua Harper. He's going to get dropped back. He's going to get knocked out about the 46-yard line as Joshua Harper is knocked out of bounds after that long confusion with the Virginia Spartans. And like I said, the Freedom Cowboys get taken down by the Pack Panthers. Brendan, what was your biggest takeaway from that game?
Biggest takeaway for that is Pack still got their older guys in there and their star players. And they're going to probably try to win it all this year, honestly, as they had that fire in them. And I can't wait to watch Humans. I'm blanking on names. Hold on, let me grab my list. But Humans, McNulty, the MVP of the game right there, and is an automatic All-American this season, and we can't wait to see him.
Fanning in the shotgun, accompanied by Laracy. He's going to drop back. He's going to look to his right. It's going to be caught by number 14, Eli Dale. Oh, it's going to be incomplete. Number 14, Eli Dale, unable to make the grab there.
And yes, you should beat yourself up after missing an easy slant pass. That's like coloring in kindergarten, man. All you got to do is color in between the lines, and that's it, brother.
We just now have a game update from the game out in Mount Juliet. The Tennessee Heat are tied with Christian Community at the second quarter, 6-6.
We'll see how long Tennessee Heat keeps it tied. They usually lose it by at least second quarter.
All right, in the game right before this one at this field, the Arendelle Patriots took on the Evangel Lightning. What was your takeaway from that?
From what I saw,
we're going to hold that for the next play as the Georgia Force is about to snap the ball. They're going to hand it off to number 0, Sutton Mallory. He's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to get stopped at the 48.
So from what I can tell from the Evangel and APA game, it was a good fight at the beginning, but just Source just able to slice and dice up, and all Evangel just doing what they do best, man. Just come together as a team and figure it out and just win that game with ease.
And going back to the game that is currently going on right now, the CCS Colts is now tied with the Tennessee Heat, 6-6 in the second quarter. You got big playoff implications in the Southeastern Extreme Conference there in that game. Again, it's week 1. You still got a lot of football left to be played, but Ryan Scott against Coach Flanders is always a very good matchup.
Indeed, and also, like you said, there's plenty of time, there's plenty of games. Both teams can lose, and then you have like a little flip coin situation there. We try to figure out who's going to the championship.
It may be a potential championship rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Fanning drops back. He's going to look down the middle. He's going to get to number 9, J.P. Preston. It's going to be J.P. Schultz. He's going to cut back and get dropped down at the 32, tackled by number 31.
No, I was saying
he got down to the 31, tackled by number 10, Isaiah Logan.
And that was a beautiful dart by the quarterback, just able to get it to his guy, and his guys packed it in, and Nice run by the wideout, too.
Looks like we have a Georgia Force player who might be down. Looks like he might be cramping up right here. We're going to step aside with 2:06 left to go in the third quarter. Georgia Force leading 32-6.
Probably, you can talk, right?
We're back with the Georgia Force still leading 32-6 over the Virginia Spartans. And Brennan, like we were just saying, the C conference with the Tennessee Heat and the CCS Colts clashing right now with early playoff implications. And that game, Coach Scott against Coach Flanders, they don't meet often, but when they do, it's a very good game.
Absolutely, and I've had experience watching them a few years ago, and it was a good, hard-run game. I mean, there's a few guys that probably left now, but they've made a big impact on that.
Shovel pass to number 4, Cumbie, who's going to hit the outside. He's going to get down to the 20. He's going to get thrown out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Good run there by Cumbie. Like we were saying, Coach Flanders, Coach Scott, great matchup. Another great matchup today. Again, I will go back to the Pack Panthers and the Freedom Cowboys. Freedom Cowboys not able to get started, not to get a fast start. Really came on again in the fourth quarter. Jalen Venter and Logan Bryars were able to come on and almost sparked the comeback, but the Pack Panthers, McNulty and Yeomans were too much for the Freedom Cowboys.
That's just how they're coached. They're a solid and very well-coached team altogether, offense and defensively. Barely do they make mistakes or anything, and you could tell in their play.
Vanning gets a snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to look toward Cumbie. He's going to come back against the grain, throw it to number 3, Joshua Harper, who's going to get slung out at the 10-yard line, at the 8-yard line.
And he had a few guys there open, so it's really pick your poison. Which one did you want? Did you want just the first down, or did you want the touchdown?
And another Virginia Spartan is down. And we will step aside for the training staff and the coaching staff to take care of this one. We'll be right back. And we are back with the Georgia Force threatening inside the Virginia Spartans 5-yard line. Number 5, Arnez Henderson, shaking up on that play. He was able to jog off the field without no problem. Looked like he just was clenching his arm a little bit, but able to get off on his own power.
And you just hate to see it from a kid.
Fanning drops back, looks for a fade to the back of the end zone. It's going to be caught, but it looks like it's going to be waved out of bounds. Intended receiver was number 5, Tyler Vagler.
And perfect defense, just get your guy out of bounds if you can't cover him completely. So that way he has to catch it out, and he has no chance to get in.
Georgia Force, 32 seconds left, looking to go up by more than 5 scores here. Cumbie and Larry C. joined Fanning in the backfield. Fanning hands off to Larissy, who's going to power up inside for another Georgia Force touchdown.
As you saw, it was just a big gap. And nobody was there. No red jerseys, just all black. Just standing around waiting for the guy to walk into the end zone.
Another Georgia Force touchdown as the Virginia Spartans can't seem to get anything going on offense or defense. They've had a little bit of mistakes, mental errors. They've had a lot of frustration. Even with their coaching staff, it looks like another Spartan is down on the play. Can't check to see what number that is, but we're going to step aside once again with 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Georgia Force now attempted the PAT as Tyson will hold and Harper against will try to knock it through to make it a 39-6 ball game in favor of the Georgia Force. Snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is good. So now it's a 39-6 ball game in favor of the Georgia Force. Georgia. And once again, the second year of the Gatlinburg Black Bear Brawl. Brendan, overall this weekend was very good. We got to see a lot of different teams, a lot of teams from a lot of different conferences, a lot of different states, a lot of teams that don't usually see each other play throughout the season. So I bet it's a very good experience for these kids to get to meet each other. Not the kids just on their team, but from other teams as well.
And it's a lot of exposure of like great battles versus great teams as well. Maybe some guys don't get to play the teams on the levels that these other guys are on. They've been dominating their conference. So now when you have other teams coming in and able to give you that nice humbling experience, maybe you go back and figure out, oh, maybe I need to humble myself and take a step back.
Absolutely. We even had a JV game, the Freedom Cowboys JV program, all coming to face the Pack Panthers JV program. That game, Pack Panthers winning and pitching a shutout against the Freedom Cowboys. So Pack Panthers 2-0 this weekend against the Freedom Cowboys with both teams today.
And I'm sure they'll be partying up when they get back to the Carolinas, boy, because I'm sure both teams winning makes it real feel good, especially coming into the season.
Harper boots it to the 30, unable to pick it up. A Spartan's unable to pick it up. He's going to take it. He's going to get dragged down. He's going to at least reach to the 31-yard line as the Virginia Spartans set up with 22 seconds left in the check that in 10 seconds and running. They haven't stopped the clock yet on that kickoff return. So looks like we're either going to head to the fourth quarter or they're going to reset the clock. Looks like the officials are all right, so the Georgia Force still lead at 39-6 as we head into the final quarter of action here in Gatlinburg. The Virginia Spartans now back on offense, setting up at the 35-yard line as the clock is running now. We have a running clock for the Mercy Rule. It's now in favor 39-6. And like we were saying before, great weekend here in Gatlinburg for the Black Bear Brawl, second year of its existence. And we just want to thank the following teams for coming out. Tri-Cities and Augusta Eagles having a great game to start the weekend off right. The Freedom Cowboys and Pack Panthers, both varsity and JV teams, both coming out, both putting on two great games. Harvest Christian Academy and the East Central Patriots out of Alabama, they also came out and participated. We thank them for making the trip. The Arendelle Parrott Academy against the Evangel Lightning. Arendelle out of North Carolina, Evangel out of Alabaster, Alabama. We thank both of those teams for making the trip. The Anderson Cavaliers and the Cabarrus Stallions, great game. I called that game right before this one. Great game up until the fourth quarter. Anderson just kind of pulled away late. We think, yeah, and we played that kid is okay. Along with the now Virginia Spartans and Georgia Force, we think those two teams are coming out today. These teams came out and made it a really good weekend for the Black Bear Brawl. We also thank the people at the Rocky Top Sports World who are putting on this wonderful event, as there is a fumbled snap here. Looks like the center mishandled it. But we also thank the Rocky Top Sports World for hosting this great event with all these teams and all these coaches, really putting the kids on display and trying to set them up for the success the best they can.
You forgot to thank the most important people, the families.
Oh, and thank you for the families who have brought their kids out here, who make the most sacrifices for their kids to help their kids find success in every shape, form, and fashion. If it's in the classroom, if it's on the football field, and in life, these parents do a great job raising these young men, and we thank them for making the trip out here as well. Copeland going to sit back. He's going to launch it deep as Henderson finds the ball to the 40, 30, 35. He's going to take off as the foot race. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Henderson, Virginia Spartans, as he is fired up in the end zone. As the mercy rule will now be canceled out, and it now will be a actual game clock. The clock will stop at 9:42 as the Virginia Spartans now cut the deficit to 27.
And it's just all Henderson and Copeland. That's all apparently they need, because ain't nobody else stepping up for them when they need it the most. So keep rooting on those guys to at least get your season going right.
And Copeland and Henderson was the connection we saw early in the game that finally hooked up late in the early in the fourth quarter.
The defense just had them covered correctly the whole game. And when you had to stop one guy, that's all you need to worry about defensive-wise, because no one else can make a play. So why worry about them?
Virginia Spartans going to go for a 2-point try here. Azurian Cruz in the backfield accompanying Copeland. Copeland going to pitch it out to Logan. Logan's going to try to get the edge. There's going to flag. He's going to cut back. He's going to be chopped down. Looked like he did get in, but there will be a flag, so we will await the call from the official.
A lot of blocking the backs I saw him. Maybe a couple of blind sides.
32 is down.
Number 32.
Unless that's 52 on the no, it's 32.
Seems like we don't have a 32 on the roster here, but looks like he was able to get up, and he is okay for the Georgia Force.
Yeah, that's 32. Why did they not give us rosters?
Virginia Spartans now going to be backed up to the 13-yard line to attempt this 2-point try. Again, another mental error here for the Virginia Spartans, Brendan, trying to at least convert a 2-point play right here.
And this will at least help chemistry-wise for your offense in the later on season.
Copeland down the middle, down, caught. 2-point play converted by Javion Williams, the junior. 2-point conversion is good. The score is now 39-14. Georgia Force still on top late in this fourth quarter. The Virginia Spartans are set to kick off with 9:42 left in the fourth quarter. Georgia Force still is strong in command with a 25-point lead over the Virginia Spartans. Virginia Spartans, the start looked very promising for them in the first half, but they just kind of fell apart with mental errors as the squid kick is recovered by Joseph Stovall, the junior for the Georgia Force. Looks like it's starting to get a little bit chippy, a little bit of a fight going on down here.
There it is.
Looks like a few punches were thrown as well. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a refs discussion out here as we just experienced a little bit of a tussle here between the Virginia Spartans and the Georgia Force.
So it's on offsetting penalties, personal foul, and sportsmanlike conduct on both sides.
Offsetting penalties on both teams here. Another Virginia Spartan is down as well. Looks like Henderson is also down on the play.
I feel like someone has to get injected. As someone threw hands for sure. I saw it, and that's not tolerated in most football games. And I'm sure the refs are figuring out who to throw out and who not to throw out. But if they throw out most of the team, that's basically game.
You could mention Andrew Capps is talking to him now.
Andrew Capps, the leader of this wonderful weekend, is now discussing the situation with the refs. Looks like they're trying to figure out what to do here. The game has been chippy back and forth, but now just kind of the emotions kind of took over, and looks like they're trying to figure out what to do here.
And it's been going all game, and the coaches ain't done a thing to try to get these guys to calm down and settle down. So now this is the result of it.
They're talking to him, and try, but it's.
And they're trying to talk to him now, but it's a little too late because now who knows what's going to even go on if this game continues.
So it looks like this game is going to continue as the Virginia Spartans are still out on the field as the Georgia Force offense is now coming onto the field. As the Virginia Spartans coaching staff is still also on the field, having to get off the field before this play. Georgia Force quarterback Fanning in the shotgun. Twins down to the bottom of your screen. He's just going to hand it off to Cumbie as Cumbie still fighting down to the 45. Check that. That's not Cumbie. That is Sutton Mallory, the 10th grader.
That was handshake and giving it sportsmanship. They're trying to patch it.
As the two sides are now trying to patch the little tussle they had the play ago. So good sportsmanship making up from that. So still with 9 minutes to go in this fourth quarter, Georgia Force still has a commanding lead over the Virginia Spartans, 39-14. And like we were saying, the Black Bear Brawl weekend is a great weekend hosted by the Rocky Top Sports. As number 6, Joseph Stovall, is getting out on the outside as he is still going. He's going to be tracked down at the 32-yard line as it took a lot of Spartans to get him down. And yes, that was number 6, Joseph Stovall on the play, who now sets the Georgia Force up for another first down. And like we were saying, Brendan, Rocky Top Sports does a great job of Black Bear Brawl, along with the All-American game, which will be coming up this December. They host a lot of great events, and we're so lucky to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and I get the absolute pleasure, and I appreciate them so much for allowing us all to come back here every year. And I can't wait to see the All-American game. It's always one of the best games.
As there's a run up the middle by number 0, Sutton Mallory again. Setting up a 2nd and 5 as the clock is still running. 7:41 left in the ball game. Georgia Force still up 39-14. Luke Cumbie and Larissy and Fanning, and along with number 11, Jonathan Tolley, have kind of been the guys that have really set the tone for this Georgia Force team today.
Absolutely, especially Comby. He's been the greatest X factor of both sides, offense and defense, and definitely an MVP and All-State type player for sure.
And could we get an early, maybe All-American game
Hey,
nomination, maybe?
hey, once you're in the MVP, I think you automatically get an All-American head nod.
Mallory up the middle gets another first down for the Georgia Force as another Virginia Spartan is down on the play. And we will step aside as the medical and coaching staff will take a look at the down Spartan. As number 52, Troy Blankenship, is able to walk off the field. Looks like he just had a little bit of a stinger there, holding his shoulder as the Georgia Force offense now marches back onto the field with Fanning at the helm and Mallory in the backfield. As you have two receivers to the bottom of the screen, that is Jacob Harmon and Eli Dill to the bottom of the screen as a man in motion. Fanning is going to get the jump pass. He's going to fake the jump pass to Sutton Mallory, who's still trucking his way down as he's still going, and he's going to get down to the one. So great play there by the Georgia Force as they are just manhandling the Virginia Spartans, getting down to the 1 yard line. It has been evident this has been the Georgia Force's game from the start, Brendan.
Absolutely, and I thought maybe Virginia may have a little trick up their sleeve, but they ain't got enough energy in order to beat these guys. Georgia Force taking it by force, for sure.
Georgia Force is definitely a force to be reckoned with, Brendan, like that little pun there. Okay, I quit. All right, so
Keep it
as
going,
Fanning
brother.
in the
Keep it going.
shotgun, Fanning in the shotgun is going to keep it on there, and he's just going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Force, as they extend the lead to 32. Sorry, check that. 31 is now 45-14. Georgia Force with 5:13 left to go in the fourth quarter.
And a little celebration back there, too. I'm surprised they're letting it happen. Usually it doesn't slide like that.
As you see, a few Spartans are frustrated coming off the field. So we're going to get another PAT try from Joshua Harper, the senior. As Michael Tyson is going to be holding this PAT try. Snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is no good. Wide left. So the Georgia Force are up 45-14 over the Virginia Spartans. There's 4:20 left in the ball game. Georgia Force still on top. Georgia Force once again set to kick it off. With the clock still rolling, 2:55 to go. Georgia Force got this one well in hand as they kick it deep down the middle. As it is picked up by Spartan. Number 5, Henderson, as a helmet is taken off. Number 7 collided. Michael Tyson collided with a Spartan over there. As the clock is still running, 2:35 to go. And if you're the Virginia Spartans, you just run a couple plays and you get out of here. You've had a lot of guys down. You've had a lot of guys lose their heads at this point. You really just want to get that team back in that mental state and get ready, in a good mental state and get ready for next week.
And I don't care seeing people clap it up and be, okay, we're cool, don't worry about it. No, the tensions are still high, as we've seen on that block.
And it's not even high with the other team. It's high within their own team.
Exactly. I hear guys yelling for water and whatnot. They're still not knowing how to line up. They still don't know who's doing what position.
And even right now, they're still trying to figure it out.
Not enough guys. So now here's the problem. Do you give it up or do you keep playing? Because you are definitely running out of players.
I mean, you have coaches on the field trying to figure out where people to go. They still don't know where to go. They're saying take a timeout. So timeout Spartans, 1:42 left to go as the Virginia Spartans take a timeout. Georgia Force still on top, 45-14. As once again, we want to thank the Rocky Top Sports World for hosting this great event, the Black Bear Brawl. We had several great games today, including the Augusta Golden Eagles and the Tri-City Eagles. As high-scoring affair, we kind of got a little bit of a different one with Pack and Freedom. Pack coming out on top. Sean McNulty being the MVP for that game. But Jalen Finter and Logan Byers coming up just short against the Pack Panthers, along with Evangel and APA. That game, it was close close at halftime, and Evangel kind of took the lead toward the end.
And, I mean, all teams have been doing great. I can't wait. I hope they all come back, honestly, because everybody's been playing their hearts out. Everybody's been giving their all. And I would love to see them either here or maybe even Florida.
All right, we have a little bit of a score update here down in Mount Juliet. The Tennessee Heat lead at halftime, 14-12 against CCS. Again, any matchup involved with Coach Scott and Coach Flanders is a great matchup. Tennessee Heat leading by 2 in halftime. Still a lot of game left to go, but early playoff implications in that game, like we said earlier.
I'll keep my statements to myself.
As Copeland right up the middle, he's going to hit the outside. He's going to get knocked out of bounds by number 0, Sutton Mallory, as the clock is still running. As Sutton Mallory is injured now. Looks like it's something. Looks like he's down in a lot of pain. So we, again, are going to step aside. Hold on. As the Virginia Spartans hand it off to number 10, Isaiah Logan. He's running angry, and he's going to get down at 48. His helmet pops off, and that should be maybe one more snap, but that should be the game as Isaiah Logan, it comes out of the game for the Virginia Spartans. As they're still trying to shuffle players in and out. Even with the clock running 34 seconds, they're still going to try to get one more play off.
I guess it's just practice at this rate to see what plays work and what plays don't at this rate.
2 back set in the backfield.
Little
confusion back there. Clock still running. 20 seconds to go. Copeland, shotgun, looking, airs it deep, and it's going to be knocked down by number 13 for the Georgia Force, Jacob Harmon. And that will be your ball game. The Georgia Force coming out top, 45-14. Once again, thank you so much for Rocky Top Sports for hosting us. Thank you for this great weekend. Thank you for the teams, players, coaches, and all the members and families here involved in this great weekend. Once again, Georgia Force on top, 45-14. Good night, everybody.